All right, we are live. We got Aubrey sitting back there looking like she's in jail. Get used to that look, child. Get used to it. Oh, all right, let's go ahead. Get everything pulled up. I'm liking this. So we are at Andrew's house. Yeah, tonight. Let me get my shit kicked back here. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to have to pull everything up. Let's see. Check everything out. I get a commercial on my live stream. Alright, there we go. Alright, we are live and in the house. Let's go ahead and get this popped out. What's up, everybody? As you can see, we're over at Andrew's tonight. So we're just chilling out, going to talk a little bit, and as you can see by the title, I know you guys got some questions. So what are we going to do with the vert? We're going to wait before we get into that. So let's just talk about some other stuff for right now, and we'll get into the whole vert talk a little later on. Let's let some people get in here. So Brian says, how's the fox herd? Well, pretty good, I guess. All the foxes are doing good. Well, I say that we still have some issues with the green car, but we're gonna get that worked out. So already, I mean, you guys are saying buy the car. So, and you know, I get it. I know you guys really want this car bought. We got to talk about some stuff tonight. Definitely buy it. So Craig says, what's up? I'm excited to drive my car for the first time since the 373s. Craig, where are you coming from gear wise? Going to 373s.
G 273, that's gonna be a lot of difference.
Yeah, 273 to a 373 is gonna be a big difference. G Funk in the house, what's up? Ben in the house. So Aaron Rogers asked, what's up? What's up with the clone? Clone's doing good for the most part. No issues really with it. Well, nothing different, other than the fact that the master cylinder and brake booster are shot. So we have got to replace that. Got to fix it. Matter of fact, I had to fill it up before we got over here. I almost didn't get out of the driveway or out of the neighborhood. I mean, like no brakes whatsoever. What's up, Alan from West Virginia? So David's asking, how's the Terminator doing? Guys, the Terminator's doing fine. Have no clue as to what happened that day. Andrew, I called Andrew that day and told him, I was like, look, you're gonna have to come get me. Yeah, woke him up and said, look, you're gonna have to come get me. I mean, the Terminator's gone, the engine's gone. But as you all know, you saw the video. It's fine. It's been good so far. The more foxes, the better.
What's up with my GT? Nothing really. Nothing's up with it. Just kind of been sitting.
Yeah, so we got to get so. Yeah, so we're over in Andrew's new house, so he's just kind of getting settled in. We're gonna have to get the car over here pretty soon. What's the plans for getting it over here?
I'm gonna go get I gotta get a battery for it. I gotta get for it, but I gotta get it. My next day off is Wednesday.
Yeah.
I tried to go yesterday, but they're closed on Wednesday.
So maybe, or you can give me the money and I'll go get you a battery.
It don't matter to me either way.
Well, because I'm off. So. All right. So we're gonna work on getting Andrew's car back over here. What's going on from Atlanta? All right, that's what I'm talking about. Florida. You have a booger hanging out of your nose. I wouldn't doubt it. Sorry I'm late. Hey, you're fine. We just got started. Andrew, T5 the notch.
I can't see. One day.
Yeah, so one day.
Definitely will, but.
So one day Andrew's probably going to definitely T5 the notch, but for right now, we're just going to stick with what we got.
Yeah, it's the least of my concern at this moment. The black car is hopefully going to go into the knife pretty soon.
So Joe says Mega Squirt, the clone. So if we do that, we're not going to go with a Mega Squirt, guys, just because I don't need any extra control. I mean, all I need is the computer and to run the stock stuff that we have. Just to let you guys know, though, I did go ahead and order the wideband. So we have the wideband for the car. What's up from PA? On 3 turbo the clone. So Anthony, originally that was the plan, right? So we were gonna turbo the clone, but to be completely honest with you, after kind of being around some, I don't know. I mean, they make plenty of power. It's nothing like that. But as far as like streetability and reliability,
It's a lot to work around.
a lot to work around. So if you guys have never seen it, you need to check out one that has a kit on. You can get to like nothing. What's up, Wayne?
Hampton, Georgia.
Oh yeah. Let's see what we got. Aubrey, you catching up? You catching anything back there?
Catching a lot of stuff.
Well, speak up.
Said he got his AFR head one dude, said I can't see his
We
name.
got the heads.
G-Funk Express.
G-Funk. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. G-Funk went. You went with the. Which one did you go with? The 165? Oh no, I think you went with the 185s. I don't know.
Maybe. I personally like the 185.
Yeah, I like the 185s. Countryside, what's up? Yeah. So they said there's an echo in the house. Yeah, there's like nothing behind you. So sorry about that. Let's check and. I tell you what, guys. How does the audio sound? I mean, can you guys hear us at least? Yeah, we're looking all right on camera. So, all right, let's see. How many we got? How many we got watching right now?
From what I see, 105.
All right, 105 people. I guess we can.
Go ahead and get it kicked off.
Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and get it kicked off, guys. So we want to wait a little while, make sure everybody was kind of in here, so I won't have to, repeat myself too many times, which we're going to have to do some. So let's talk about the Vert. So down below, I just want to see right now, are we buying the Vert or not? What do you guys think? Go for it. So G-Funk is going with the 165s.
It's a good head.
Yeah, those 165s are good heads. All right, so pretty much everybody thinks that we are going to buy the Vert. All right. Yeah, man, that Celine kit. Lord. Buy it and do the people's giveaway. What are you talking about, Anthony? The people's fox. Hey, look, we've already talked about this. We're not, as of right now, we're not giving away any cars. If I gave away a car, we would basically buy it, clean it up, and maybe like do a giveaway. But I would never put my hard work and time into it. I get too attached to them. I don't want to let them go. All right. So I got a couple passes here. I guess we can go ahead and talk about the price. Okay, so I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll talk about the price of the car first, because I know everybody wants to hear about that. And the reason why I didn't disclose the price to start with is simply because they were cutting me a pretty good deal on it, but since then they kind of lowered the price a little bit. So, just understand if, somebody was to ask about it, like that price is completely different. But, so the price on the car for me was $2,500 for me.
Not a bad price, really.
Not a bad price for the car. For somebody else, it was going to be like $29. So you guys got to understand. My wife works up there, so I get a discount. No, not $1,200.
I wish it was 12.
Yeah, so it's $25, guys. $2,500 for the car. But it's a really solid car. I know in the video it looked like crap with the hood off of it, and it had a flat tire and it needed to be cleaned up. But overall, I feel like that was a really good buy for it. Now, it wasn't a steal necessarily, but it's a good price. So, are we going to buy the Vert? Guys, that's going to be a soft no. And I do mean a soft no. So this is the deal. I made my mind up the day that we went and picked the Terminator up. Guys, and I know it's my own fault. I know everybody says you need to put a battery tender on your cars and all this that. I've heard it a million times. But I had to jump off both cars. I got aggravated that day. And I realized that I was not spending enough time with these cars or putting enough money in the ones that we already had as it was. So it really was like a slap in the face to me. So
it's a lot of cars to keep up with.
Yeah. So guys, I know guys.
I say yay.
Yeah. So what the hell? Buy the Pinto.
Somebody said Andrew should buy it.
Yeah, Andrew should buy it.
Who
Guys,
said that? I ain't buying it.
Yeah, Andrew don't need any more projects either.
I need a truck.
But this is the deal. I'm not saying that we will not buy. So guys, understand this is the problem. The problem is the car is at my wife's work, and they're basically like, "Do you want this car?" My wife's even asking me. She's watching this right now, I'm sure. So Amy can sound off down here, but she for a while was telling me to buy the car. You know, just go ahead and buy it. You know, you can flip it, you can do whatever. Now she's kind of like, you know, she don't really care. She doesn't really probably want me to have another project. So, you know, everything's leaning towards get the car. But like I said, there's only one of me, and we still have the Calypso to finish up. And if we buy this car, all the money's gone. So all the money for a couple months is going to be gone to put into that car just to buy it. All right, what else we got?
I think you should listen to everybody and buy a 4i.
I mean, I'd love to buy a 4i, but for the amount of money, the problem is for the amount of money that we have to spend, you know. So basically, I'll tell you this, I'm not necessarily going to give you a number on what I make off YouTube, but it would take me two checks from YouTube to buy that car, so you can kind of add that up. But guys, you know, I can't go 2 to 3, 4 months and saving every penny from YouTube to buy like a good 4i car, so that's kind of where we're at with it.
Someone
That is
said,
a really clean, freshly painted orange 94 Silverado.
Look, Andrew loves orange. He loves it, guys.
There we go. I can see you.
Yeah, so Salty said something about saving money for a shop. So the shop would be financed, obviously, you know, just that's how that would work. I can't come out of pocket that kind of money. So YouTube would pay for the shop payment. It's just a matter of doing it. I mean, honestly, that's the whole deal with the shop. We're still going to do it, but we'll see. Always comes down to money, exactly. I would hate to buy the Vert and then that Calypso have to sit for 2-3 months. Guys, also, because you know I'm transparent. Like we're hanging out right now, so you know this is the truth. So I mean, I've got taxes, right? I've got taxes. I have to pay taxes on YouTube money, right? So that means that I have to save some money for that, you know. So that's coming up soon. So you know, it's just the way it works, right? I mean, if you guys want to know how it works, I mean, this is how it goes, and you're like along for the ride with me while we budget this thing out. I think that's the best way to do it.
someone's asking if Andrew's your son.
Andrew is.
Really?
He's my ex-stepson, but I hate saying that, but to explain so that you guys understand, that's what it is.
And I just ain't been able to shake him yet.
Yeah, I'm not able to get rid of him, and but no, you know, obviously me and Andrew are close. Me and all the kids are close, but not as close as I'd like. Me and Andrew just so happen to live about 1,000 yards from each other, as a crow flies.
Whoever it was with that truck used to message me on Instagram.
What truck?
That truck, that Silverado.
Oh, so
Silverado.
Andrew's interested, well, possibly, wants some more info on the Silverado. So whoever posted that up, message him on Instagram, Andrew Chadwick, 90, what is it?
7. I think that's my Instagram.
Andrew Chadwick 97. Anyway, check it
I
out.
want myself on there.
Am I going to Pitts 2020? No, I won't be able to. Yeah. So Mike, yeah, I get it with the write-off on the taxes. I do understand that, but guys, I don't play with the IRS anymore. I give them everything that they want plus some. I don't do write-offs. I don't do any of that, and there's a story behind it. You guys don't care, and that's a little too deep. So I won't be doing any write-offs, guys. Let's see. Am I in the military? Alec asked. No, I'm not in the military. No. So I hope you guys appreciate the transparency on the channel. You know, I just want to be honest with you, right? I mean, we're hanging out here like friends would. So, you know, sometimes you have questions a lot about, well, how will you be buying this, and kind of like how much comes in through the channel. So that, you know, it's a good explanation as to how everything works and my understanding. I tell you guys this all the time. I don't use any money out of my personal account for the channel or for any of these cars, and that keeps the wife happy and allows us to pay our bills and not have to dip into it.
Salty said.
IRS is a bunch of thieves. Yeah,
I agree.
tell me about it, man. They wore me out. I've been dealing with this crap for over 10 years now.
Salty said, Andrew, don't feel bad. I'm a Ford guy, but I just bought a 97 Silverado.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like Chevrolet trucks.
Yeah, I mean, we like Chevrolet trucks, guys. No issues there whatsoever. I mean, as you guys see, I mean, I drive a GMC, Yukon, so I like those things a lot. Oh, there was a comment up here.
He was gonna buy a Chevrolet, but he's a little too high class for that.
Yeah, I gotta have the GMC. So what's my input on running an electric fan instead of a stock clutch on a head cam intake Fox? Which is your preference and why? Joey asked. I tell you what, I'm curious to hear his answer. So, what's your thoughts on running an electric fan versus a stock fan?
Depends on like what kind of head cam intake build it is. Like if it's like a GT40 with a B cam and like a Victor Jr., then I don't really see the benefit in it. But if you're trying to squeeze every number you can out of it, absolutely. I mean, it'll help.
Yeah. So Andrew's got a good point with that. He's looking at it from a different angle. I will tell you this from my point of view. I don't like them just based off the fact that wiring, any aftermarket wiring can go bad. Something can come loose and your fans not work. I've had so many cars run hot because of electric fan issues. I tend to stay away from them. I know it's a certain point you need to go to electric fans, but for a street car with a mild cam, mild setup, just leave the stock fan. It's not really robbing that much horsepower. But if you're doing it for horsepower purposes, I can understand. But don't do it just to do it, in my opinion. Let's do a brutal barbecue to raise money. So, yeah, I tell you what, guys, if you want to help out, and I don't ever advertise on asking you guys to subscribe. We don't do all that around here. But if you guys want to help out, then you can buy some merch. So, teespring.com, we sell shirts, hoodies, mugs, stuff like that. So if you're interested, you can go to teespring.com and help support us that way, or just watch the videos. It's that simple.
You bad little truck.
Oh, he sent some pictures.
He sent one. But Instagram don't let you zoom in on anything because
Here,
you're
let's-
communist.
Andrew, let's see if we can get it up to the camera so you can see. It's gonna take me a second, yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Ain't bad little truck there.
No, I like that. So,
They're not.
all
Can't
right.
see the wheels on it.
Okay. Yeah, send us a picture if you got a picture of the wheels. We like wheels. I mean, come on. We want to see a picture of the wheels. All right. Did you see anything we need to answer? Because I get to rambling, as you guys know, and we don't answer a lot of questions like we should. But she's back there to keep me in check. Did you see anything?
Smacking if need be.
Contour fans are great, and it's like if you're going to do an electric fan, do the contour fans out of the junkyard, absolutely. Turbo Man, what's up?
03 DSG. Look good or not. Who's that?
Yo, not. Oh, that's Cullen. Yeah. What's up, Cullen? By the bird. Cullen, I think you're late. Are you late, Cullen? Did you hear our answer yet? So, I did consider doing like a raffle, but guys, I mean, that's still money out of my pocket, and that's 2 months that we're not going to be able to put any major money into the green car. Now, do understand this: we have a lot of parts, right? I mean, we got parts stockpiled up to go in the Calypso, but the Calypso needs some expensive stuff, right? We need a new computer. I did just buy the air fuel, the wideband, but we need a new radiator. We need a new harmonic balancer. We need new motor mounts, master cylinder, brake booster. So you know what I'm saying? Like, we need a lot of stuff that's going to get expensive. So just keep in mind now, I mean, we can still get the car, okay? We can still do that. I had just decided not to do it because I thought that might be the best thing, but you guys are not helping.
It's the best Foxbody red wild strawberry.
I'm not a fan, honestly, of, no offense if you got it, but I'm not a huge fan of wild strawberry.
I don't dislike. I like the color, but it's got to be like
Resprayed, like,
resprayed, super
nice.
clean.
So, yeah, the
I'm more
factory,
like a bright red.
yeah.
Better.
The problem, I think, with the wild strawberry, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but the problem with that was I don't think it was base coat, clear coat, was it? It may have been. But anyway, by the time I kind of ran across the nice a wild strawberry car, they were already kind of faded.
Raffle Andrew's black GT to my house. Absolutely not.
Cullen.
The white one will leave before the black one goes.
So, Turbo Man asked, would I ever do a 351 swap? Yeah, absolutely. We have a couple 351 Windsors that we could do a swap on one day, but we'll see. what does that say? Mine is. Okay, I think that's supposed to be wild strawberry, George. I like wild strawberry. Don't get me wrong. I like it on a respray though. Like Calypso. Perfect example. I cannot stand Calypso in stock form.
I like it in stock.
Well, unless it's really, really clean. In other words, like Calypso fades real quick or real easily, and it gets like a mint green to it, and I don't really like that. So Travis asked, Mega Squirt or Micro Squirt, and which one to go with? Personally, just if you got a street car, I would go with the Micro Squirt for the money. There's really no difference as far as tuning the
Unless you have
car.
a bunch of outputs, that's
Exactly.
really the only benefit I see of the Mega Squirt versus the Micro.
You heard it there, guys. Basically, there's just more outputs and inputs for the Mega Squirt. For a street car, if you're not wanting to control anything extra, really, just go with the Micro Squirt. It's the same thing. It's Tuner Studio is what it uses, and it does have auto tune. If you guys don't know, the Micro Squirt, Mega Squirt, all that works off of a map sensor, which is a speed density setup. So you do away with your mass air meter, you do away with your BAP sensor, and you put a map sensor on, and it comes with that, by the way. You wire it up, and it comes with I think an 88 50 stock tune in it. So they're pretty easy to work with, guys. I know a lot of people are saying go with the Holley Terminator X. Guys, for what I'm doing, I just need these little cells, right? So I need these cells to have certain values in them, and my car run good. Like that's it. It's as simple as that, right? I don't want to get too deep into that stuff. Is the Micro Squirt tunable? Absolutely, guys. That's the whole point of the Micro Squirt, is to be able to tune your car. Plus, it has auto tune, which I understand probably isn't the best, isn't the most accurate, but it will help you.
Get you in a ballpark at least.
Exactly. And on an NA car, absolutely, I'm going to use the hell out of the auto tune. If I was on a boosted car, I probably wouldn't use the auto tune much, because you don't want that thing to go lean or something like that and blow up. You're hardly going to blow up one of these cars by getting a little lean with it on, NA.
Do you think the
Hold on. So yeah, but Mega Squirt is just plug-in. Yeah, correct. But so is the Micro. It's the same thing. I know what you're saying. I think the what is it? The map sensor is in the actual computer. Is that right?
Pretty sure.
I think it's in the computer. Other than that, guys, it's just as simple as the Mega. What's up?
Michael Brown said, do you think the Coyote engine has oil return issues?
I don't really know a lot about the Coyotes. He knows a little bit more about them.
I've never heard anybody having oil return issues until they get in like big 4-digit horsepower, like 1600. They said they have a little bit of oil return or cooling issues from what I've read on the internet, but everything on the internet's the gospel.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. What you talking about, Cullen? You mean Dover's doing it? What you talking about, Willis? Let's see. Good evening, all. What's up, Chet? Talking about the channel 03 DSG relay. Okay. Side conversation between G-Funk and Cullen.
Do you have a video of a steering rack replacement?
No, I actually didn't do that. That's right. The steering rack I was gonna do a video, but the steering rack in the Calypso clone was actually fine. All I had to do was put new lines on it and put a power steering pump on the car, and it worked fine. But it's not a hard job necessarily. I do kind of have one, but it's not labeled that way. It was one of the videos that we did over at Hunter's house, where my red car is on the lift and his, I think, Cobra's in the background. So there's something like that on that video. You can check it out. Green Bay is killing Seattle. Sorry guys, I guess we interrupted a game tonight. We don't watch NFL much around here.
No,
We're in the South, and college football here. I mean, people do watch the NFL, but not really. What was that? That's something gurgling over there. Yeah, so Mike brings up a good point. Everybody should install a wideband just to keep up with air-fuel ratio. We don't like gauges. We don't like gauges in these cars. I mean, we understand that you have to sometimes, but I'm only going to put one gauge in mine, and that is the wideband gauge, the air-fuel gauge.
Gauges in a black car because I have to have one.
Yeah, we have to have them. But, is a 460 streetable? Absolutely, a 460 super streetable. Yeah, no problem there.
Craig said, I sent more pictures, Andrew, I don't know why they didn't show up.
Yeah, that's why I was just checking to see, but
Nick, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about toilet paper for? What's that? What's he talking about? FSU? Man, look, guys,
Toilet
what's
paper.
wrong with y'all, man? My wife's actually a FSU fan.
I
So,
don't watch football though, so yeah.
yeah, Andrew really doesn't watch a lot. So Chad asked, sorry he's late. Are we going to go to Pitts? No, we're not going. I'm not going to go to Pitts. Andrew may end up making a few of these events that I don't get to make it to. Wolverines. All right, I guess everybody. What's your team? Since that's where we're headed with this. What's your team? Obviously, it's Go Dogs here. It's War Tide or what is it? What did I say?
I'm an Auburn fan.
He's an Auburn fan, so
But pretty
War
much
Eagle.
only when they win.
Yeah. So what's everybody? Who's everybody pull for? Oh. So Salty, are you a dog fan? Hawkeye,
Go Ducks.
Ducks. Okay.
Earline News, my wife was a UGA,
Okay.
Michigan.
That's what's up.
Another Michigan.
What did I start?
Yeah. Thanks, Turbo Man. Thanks.
John Deere, I guess I'm the only Clemson guy.
Man, trust me, there's probably a lot of Clemson fans right about now. Go Tigers?
Sorry.
Well, they're probably LSU.
Bulldogs.
Okay. What else we got?
Salty.
All right. Buckeyes, okay.
Oregon.
All right, guys. So did I miss out on what's up with the vert? Yeah, I have decided to not get the vert as of right now. That was my decision, but it wasn't a hard no. So we may do something. I don't know. It depends really on this live stream, and I'm not asking you guys to talk me into it. But at the same time, it really depends on this. If y'all are hell bent and determined for me to get this vert, and you think it would be good for the channel, you know what? We may do it. But as of right now, I've said no.
Gearhead's a Duke fan.
Gearhead is a Duke fan. So when are you putting a T5 in the notch? Jim, he gets asked that like 10 times on every live stream.
Eventually.
Eventually. Absolutely. Where's Gearhead at anyway? Did you watch Duke play? Gearhead is a Duke fan. Absolutely. Foxverts are a blast, Chet says. And yeah, I understand that. But so is a convertible Terminator, and I never drive it. I have a vibration when at higher rev. That's probably going to be your harmonic balancer or either clutch, pressure plate, flywheel, whatever you got going on. It's more than likely going to be that.
Is Andrew's notch for sale?
No.
Yes, Andrew's notch is for sale.
It is not for sale.
I guarantee you it's for sale for the ride of my money.
For the right amount of money, it is for sale.
So,
Except for a black car.
yeah, exactly, G-Funk. Already got a vert. And I'm not against a vert. Don't misunderstand. But right now, I just don't know if it's the right thing. Probably going to end up with the damn car. If y'all honestly want to know the truth, I'll probably end up with it somehow. But as of right now, no. I guess if you like really knew us, you would probably know. Somebody's probably going to end up with the car.
Or at least somebody we know.
Yeah, somebody we know will probably end up with it.
And if we don't know them, we will, I'm sure.
Yeah. Congrats, Andrew, on the house.
Thank you. Still got to buy some furniture, but
Let's see. You need a T5 out of a 4-cylinder. We could always use a T5 out of a 4-cylinder, but
I do need a T5.
yeah,
Turbo Man said let your wife buy it.
let my wife buy it. Just take it out of her check. We'll just do that. All right, babe. We're getting the car, and it's coming out of your check. So, how about that? Let's see. There's a follow-up on the electric fan question. Car's a 306 Elder Rock Performer. I'm going to be honest with you. No, I mean you don't have to have an electric fan to cool your car. You get yourself a good radiator. Even the SVE radiators are really good. You can pick them up at LMR. That'll keep your car cool. The electric fan thing, you can do it, but it's not a must with something like that. Also, somebody asked, "What's up with LMR?" I don't know.
Not really sure what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. So as far as like what's up with LMR, we still work with LMR, but they don't sponsor the channel. So that's just the type of relationship we have now. We're still good, but it is what it is.
Wow, you hit that arrow in a bunch of different
Yeah, I know. So we were missing some stuff here.
Duke's #1 fan is in the house.
Ben said sell the Terminator and go on Fox. I would say that's no. He's not selling the Terminator.
Yeah, everybody loves the Terminator. I swear. So, Andrew, go to bed. He's about to. It ain't gonna be Turbo Man.
It ain't
It's
gonna
not,
be long.
not gonna be much longer than Andrew is gonna be going to bed. All right, guys. Let's see. Got any questions? Post them up. I'm gonna task you with scrolling back up to the comments. Okay. Don't worry about what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll through the comments and see if there's any questions that you feel like we need to answer. Okay.
Okay.
And we'll just kind of keep going. Here. Daniel asked, are we going to drag race this year? Yeah, probably so at some point. Andrew will probably get to the track before me. His car's already set up and ready to go. He basically just needs to get it back to the track. My stuff, on the other hand, nothing I have is track ready right now.
If I can find nitrous dried up around here,
Yeah.
there's literally not one person that sells it. But might have a line on one.
Yeah, maybe. Nitrous is hard to come by. So Ken, what are you talking about? Why the rag top? I don't understand the question. Why would I even be looking at that vert? Is that what you're asking? Well, because it was a good price and my wife works there. You know, like I said, guys, it kind of just fell in my lap, and so that was the whole thing with it. What's my thoughts on cleaver swaps? I guess you're saying like a 351 Windsor with Cleveland heads. I love those. Those are awesome, if that's what you're talking about. How far is Fox Cash from me? What, about 6 hours?
Thought it was longer than that. Thought it was about 7.
6, 7 hours. Rodney 50 Tussin is 2 hours away, something like that. And Gearhead, how far are you from me, Gearhead? We're down in the southeast corner, probably about 8.
Yeah, I see
8,
he's
9
probably about
hours.
8 or 9 hours away.
Someone wants you to do a video on RC cars one day.
Guys, I would love to do some videos with some RC cars. Man, we love our RC cars around here. I mean, we're just big kids. We put some paddle tires on the Arma, on the Creighton. That thing is nasty. So we're going to have to definitely do that.
Buddy said, how many Waffle Houses away?
How many Waffle Houses away? Yeah.
Between here and Tennessee, I don't know.
Or,
Lost count.
or dollar stores, you should say now.
Yeah, no lie.
So Gearhead says about 10 hours.
I don't know if you've already answered this, but someone said, why did you choose Trick Flow Cam over Ecan for the People's Fox?
So the reason why I went with the Trick Flow Cam, honestly, is just sound. And it's got more lift and more duration than the E-Cam, but mainly for sound. I like the way the Trick Flow hits. It hits a little faster and a little harder than the E-Cam, but the E-Cam is not too far behind it. It's not a radical cam by any means. You guys can tell that from the video. But I will say this, in the videos, the camera does not pick the audio up. Every time I listen to the video, People's Fox sounds like crap on video. What?
Nothing.
What is it?
That one? Brew, were you trying to be gearhead?
Oh yeah, with the match. You guys commented about it so last time, so I was like, you know what? And I meant like y'all gonna see my shoes. You see these damn shoes? You're gonna see how fresh I am tonight. Like I did that for y'all. Now honestly, I typically would never really coordinate like this, but figure what the hell am I? Andrew, are you still gearhead? Look.
Yes, one day.
Yeah, so he's definitely gonna be doing that. So Tussin is a he's a G. I got you. Yeah, collaboration would be cool, Jamie, with Philo Tussin. And like I said, we've talked before. He's in our club, in our PFO club. But you know, Ronnie just does his own thing. He's kind of like me in a way, and like all of us. I mean, we just kind of do our own thing. But yeah, I would absolutely collaborate with him. We'll probably go to the track, meet up with him, and do a little video, something like that. So TFS stage 1 or stage 2, BMC asked.
The bigger the better.
The bigger the better to a point. On stock engines, stage 1 is as big as you can go. If you're asking what did I do, mine was a stage 1. Not sure. When are we getting a coupe for the stable? Kingsman asked. Guys, I'd like to have a coupe, but they're expensive. Really expensive. Gearhead says I ain't never trying to be like him. What? Silly. Is it worth upgrading to the Holley Terminator X Fox Body kit? I kind of want to cut my teeth on tuning software. No, I mean I hate to be that guy. I do, but I say no. I say no
Not
for
something of that caliber.
yeah. So it's just hard to really kind of explain and get into because I know that the tuning capabilities are greater with the Holley system. So I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna lie. I understand that. But for a normal street car, I feel like the Micro Squirt, Mega Squirt, same tuning software is just as good for what we're gonna be doing. I don't know how to. Do you have a better way of explaining it? Like,
If it runs good, it runs good. It don't matter what makes it run good.
yeah, the software is pretty easy to use. The good thing about the Micro Squirt, Mega Squirt, or Tuner Studio is the program that you use to tune it with. Like it's been around for so long now that there's plenty of information out there. Why are AODs more suited for higher timing? I think it's due to the load that I noticed anyway. My AOD car back when it was AOD, liked a little more timing simply because I guess of the load on the engine. When a car doesn't have a lot of timing and you put load on it, they kind of want to act funny. They don't have a lot of power, and that car would like kind of skip and want to pop back. Probably because it wasn't running correctly, but still and yet, like, I don't really know. I think it's just a load issue.
I didn't know Junkyard Dogs did a 4-cylinder V8 swap.
Junkyard Dogs did?
Mm-hmm. That's what somebody just said.
Huh. Okay.
So it's super detailed.
Yeah, I never seen that. Now I watch Junkyard Dog all the time. It's got some really good stuff. Let's see.
Have you answered this one? It says, would you recommend doing a head studs if my motor is out getting rebuilt?
Yeah.
Not putting
Might as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and do head studs if you can. I went with head bolts, ARP head bolts, whatever. Doesn't matter. But I mean, it's best to run studs, no doubt. Don't you agree?
I agree. I got studs in my car.
Mm-hmm. So, Mike, hold on, guys. Let me catch up here. What's Gearhead 704? Feed Andrew.
He can feed himself. He just
Yeah,
bought
Andrew.
the groceries.
Oh, I'm about to have to show him. Y'all, you got before we get off this live stream, I've got to show you Andrew's cabinet. I swear it looks like a 3-year-old went on a shopping spree. It's exactly what you guys would picture. Imagine his cabinet's looking like.
I bet all y'all would eat it though.
Hell yeah, everybody would eat it. Our wives might not let us eat it, but we would eat it. My little brother ran a 1330 at 101 mile an hour in an 04 GT 2-valve auto.
It's not too bad for an auto 2-valve.
No, that's actually not. But was it just bolt-ons? I guess is what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, that's actually pretty good. Pop Tarts, yeah. See, they already know, man.
2 packs.
They
Chips,
already know.
cereal, and Oreos.
I bought an entire case of Oreos.
So, Buck Wright, yeah, I can't wait to meet all you guys too. So this is the deal with Ford Takeover. I don't know if you guys were on Caleb's live stream yesterday. I was on there talking about it. Originally, we thought it was going to be in May. So I took all of my vacation for May. The problem is, guys, I have to bid on my vacation a year in advance. I know that may sound crazy to some of y'all, but that's how it works for me. So I basically lost my opportunity to take off in June, but I do think that I've worked something out, and I do think that I'll be able to make it. So we'll see.
I'm gonna try my best to be there as long as I don't have to go out of town for work or anything.
Yeah,
Diabetes.
yeah. Andrew's gonna have diabetes. I promise you. You're gonna have one of those little things, one of those little clumps in the belly. It's coming. It's coming. I paid $5,500 for a solid 88 GT. Toby says that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's about right, actually. What we got? Off topic. You should be watching playoff football, guys. We don't watch NFL stuff really.
Yeah.
I'm not an NFL guy. I could care less, honestly, about it. But we do. I do watch some college football. I love it. Andrew, yeah.
I watch basketball.
So Chocolate Fox is in May. I see what you did there. since I am off, Gearhead, that's a long way though, man. That is a long drive.
Where is that at?
I don't know though. We may see. We
What
may
is
see.
it?
Now that I'm off in May, there might be something else going on.
What's it in Pennsylvania?
Yes. Arrow or four-eyed? Well, that's a good question. For me, exterior-wise, either or, but I do love a four-eye. Like, I love the exterior look of a four-eye. Interior-wise, Arrow.
All day.
All day. Except for the seats. I do like some of the Recaro seats and Halo seats, you know, headrest and all that. I just can't get down with the dashes. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, so it's in Hershey.
G-Funk said, "Bro, I drove a long way a couple times."
You did. You absolutely did, man. You put some freaking miles on that car, dude.
Yeah.
G-Funk was come all the way from Michigan, actually. EFI or carb, which do I prefer? Well,
Depends
carb.
on the setup to me.
Yeah. Honestly, I probably prefer carb over.
If you're gonna go boosted, I prefer EFI over a blow-through setup.
Yeah.
But if it's an all-motor car, I prefer a carburetor.
Yep, I'm same thing. Guys, we could have had this Calypso car running and hell, we'd probably already been at the track
Yeah.
if we went carbureted. It would fix every one of our issues we're having with the car. It would have fixed that. But now we have to tune it. Now we have to replace all the sensors and just make sure everything's good. I prefer carburetor. I'm not gonna lie to you. But you know, just because we could, we went ahead and went fuel injected.
What's your input on new electrical Stang or electric Stang?
What's my input on the new electrical Stang? So I guess the Mach-E.
Mach-E, yes.
I love it. I think it's awesome, and that's the future. It's my opinion. Guys, get
I
ready.
don't think they should call it a Mustang.
No,
But
I agree. They shouldn't have called it a Mustang. But guys, get ready. That's where we're headed. You know, we're headed into this electric age. That's what it's going to be. Get ready for it. I will say this. You know, it sucks not having the sound of a gas engine. I get that. You're never going to experience power like you do with an electric vehicle, though. Guys, they could make an electric vehicle right now that could probably almost rip itself apart if they wanted to. It might not be able to go, but from here to the gas
that's a
station
good question right there.
was what we got.
This is best color. Best color in your opinion to paint a 93 notch with factory ruby red interior.
Ooh.
Red.
Red or white?
Yeah, or white.
Yeah, red or white. So if you have a
I
notch,
paint mine red with red interior.
yes. If you got a notch with red interior and it's in good shape, absolutely, guys. Just I'm telling you, red or either white, you can't go wrong.
If I buy another
I'm
one, it's
jealous.
going to be a GT red with red interior.
I'm telling you now, right? So right, the media and influencers influence you guys, right? The population, the public, they influence us. They tell us what's cool and what's not. My little sliver of this, if I have any at all, I'm telling you guys that red interior is cooler than you think it is. I promise you. You sleep it on the red interior, it's going to come back around. It's going to be hot. I understand not everybody's going to like it, but guys, it is cool. It's not something you throw away anymore. You hold on to it.
You should. It's not cool at all, and you should sell it all to me.
Yeah, or that. It's actually, yeah, you're right. It's really not that cool. Just send it right over here to BREW2L.
I'll PayPal you some money.
Yeah, white with red interior.
Endo Catch said these southern guys get too worried if they get too far north. Why? Too far away from Crystals and Waffle House. That's just Andrew.
Yeah, we love Crystals and Waffle House,
Yeah,
but
southern.
what do you guys have up north? So you don't have as many Waffle Houses, I guess. G-Funk, what y'all got up there? Matter of fact, G-Funk says he embraces my porno red. Absolutely, guys, you gotta love the porno red. It's actually not, just in case you don't know, it's not called porno red. It's ruby red and scarlet red and some other names, but we just call it that. White Castle. That's right, you guys got White Castles.
Aha.
Whatever.
IHOP.
Yeah, IHOPs. Okay.
Cold weather.
Alright. Coney Island.
What's that?
Coney Island. My 86 is red on red. Yeah, I'm late. Are you getting the car? Mike asked. No. As of right now, we're not going to get the car. I made the decision. Let's recap just once again, for all you guys that just got back on or just got here, we're not going to get the vert simply because basically I just realized we have too many cars as it is. So I went to go pick the Terminator up and I had to jump both cars off, had to move the red car out of the way to get to the yellow car, and the yellow car didn't want to run right and was running rich and just all this type of stuff, right? I got aggravated and it's like a light bulb went off and I said, I just don't need another car right now. We've got, the yellow car needs some money put into it, needs some time. The red car needs a clutch, and then I'm talking about adding another car to the stable. So, as of right now, that's the reason why we're not getting the car. Would it be a good investment? Absolutely. So, we're still kind of open to it, but right now, probably not.
Oh, so Coney Island is a hot dog stand. That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
How much power do you think you have in the Cobra replica? Ryan asked. Like 260? Anywhere from 260 to 280 probably in the green car. Once we get it
I feel like it
tuned,
makes more than that.
well, once we get it tuned, I would say the car probably make 300.
Yeah.
Probably 300 once it's tuned. Right now, probably 260 if I had to guess. 373 or 410 gears. 373. Depends on what you're talking about. If it's an AOD car, 410. Andrew, what's your opinion? 373 or 410s?
I like a 373 for a 5-speed car, or a 355 for a 5-speed car, but I prefer 410 for an AOD.
If I had to pick, it'd be 355. But given your options here, I'd pick 373.
For just a riding around car you want to get on, I put 355s in my black one, and I wish I would have gone with a 73, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to squeeze all I can out of that one.
Gearhead said, just an idea, would like to see a full garage update, but include yours and Andrew's cars.
We can do that.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Hopefully we have a shop maybe this year. Andrew's talking about building a shop too, so at some point I'll have somewhere to put all my junk. He just won't let it. What else? I saw another good. Let's see. 373 for everyday street use. Yeah, I agree. Looking at getting rear tires for the street. What do you recommend, Toyo? So this is the deal. If you're looking for a radial, a drag radial, me personally, you sit on the street, so obviously you drive this car. I would go with a Nitto 555R, me personally. And the reason why I say that, it's a decent looking tire, it's decent in the rain, but also the Toyos are pretty good, right?
Yeah.
They're pretty good. Just look, this is the thing. If you're gonna be driving a car on the street, go ahead and get something that can dissipate a little bit of water. What am I thinking of here? Now, if you're just looking for a regular tire to be driving around on, buy the cheapest crap you can buy.
That's what I would buy.
I bought Achilles for the green car, and I literally think they were, how much were those tires for all four? Like 176 or 276, whatever it was, for 4 tires, and they're just fine. Can you keep the red vert at your mom's? So, Alan asked, can I keep the red vert at my mom's until I get the clone finished? Well, Alan, yeah, that was the idea if I did get the vert. Basically try to forget about it, right? Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If we get that vert and I bring it to my house, I'm going to take the parts off of it to make the green car like what I want. Because it's got a radiator in it already. It's got a cowl hood, which would be going on the green car. So I'm going to rob parts off of it if it comes to my house, which maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we need to do that.
Would y'all ever Echo Boost swap a Fox?
Eco Boost swap a Fox? Yeah, if I had the ability, I would do a nice little notch or something. I'd love that. That'd be awesome. Just something different. And the only reason is because of the SVO Mustang, so there is kind of that whole 4-cylinder thing. But they also got the Eco Boost is what? They got 6-cylinder too. Don't they?
Yeah, most the ones that come in the trucks are 6-cylinders.
Yeah. What's the average? Tubby asked, what's the average price of a full paint job? Depends on. Ask Gearhead. Gearhead, what's the average price of a really nice paint job done? What's it cost for me to do it? About $800. We got about 800 in his car and about 800 in each of my cars. So if you go to pay somebody to do it, you're looking at 10 grand or more.
But ours aren't show quality.
Yeah, they're not show
Like
quality.
a $10,000 paint job would be.
Yeah, I mean, if you walk up on our cars, you're going to realize real quick like that our cars are not perfect. Also, just a heads up, if you do meet us, one thing that we do not like is nitpicking cars and paint and stuff. I'll just be upfront with you. You guys are probably the same way. I'm fully aware of all the flaws with my car and with Andrew's car, but we've got so much time to work into these things. You know, the one thing I don't like is somebody, you know, over here pointing things out and getting underneath the car and looking. You know, I'm not into all that type stuff. So, if you don't want to rub me the wrong way, don't do that.
Do not break your flashlight out.
Yeah, don't break your flashlight out and start like looking around at my paint and stuff. I don't like that guy. If you're running 65 and 50 or at 2,300 RPMs, what do you think? Andrew can tell you.
Probably 55. 65, it's about 70 and fifth is about 1750 with 273s. So at 2,300, I'd say 355s or 373s probably.
Somewhere in there maybe. Andrew's pretty good with that type stuff. A few grand easily for the paint job, yeah. Is 5-lug swap worth the money? No, unless you're looking for a certain wheel combo, or if you really want to upgrade your brakes and go crazy with that. Guys, you're asking the wrong one about the 5-lug swap. Me personally, I don't think it's worth the money. But if we were to end up with that vert, we would 5-lug swap it. We'd already talked about that, and the reason is because we want to run a set of 18-inch New Edge Celine wheels on it. So yeah, we'd have to 5-lug swap it. But we would do it on a budget. We'd do the Ranger axles and the 94, 95 spindles.
LS swap SN95. No.
We don't really do SN swaps, guys.
LS swap.
Yeah, LS swaps. We don't really do those.
What size shot are you running, Andrew, on the black car?
175 for now, but I'm probably gonna turn it up here pretty soon.
Yeah, that
See
car's
how
quick.
long it lasts.
Guys, that car's quick. Andrew's car will really surprise you. We'll do a video on, once he gets it back over to the house and gets it cleaned up, we'll do a video on Andrew's car again and talk about what's been done to it and then tell you guys what kind of power it made with an automatic. What was it with an automatic when you dynoed?
No.
Okay, well, with the 5-speed. Either way, the numbers are very impressive. You'd be surprised what that car actually made. Okay, so Fox Rides asked, how about building a 79 Capri? Man, these Capris are starting to come in style. Like they're in vogue now, I guess you could say. I've noticed a lot of chatter
I like
with the Capris. I'm not a fan of the Capri. I love the bubble fenders. I love the fenders. That is the only thing I like about the Capris.
What about the hatch?
I hate the hatch. Like I don't the hatch. But
I like the Fairmont. If I was gonna buy
Yeah.
anything like a Fox platform that wasn't a Fox body, it'd be a Fairmont.
yeah, Fairmont. But if I run across a really good deal on a super straight Capri, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we could do that. But there's a few things about it I would want to change, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. There was something else. Oh, so let me ask you guys. You've been around the internet probably more than I have. So the Capri that is called the Retro Fox, that he named the Retro Fox, which one come first? Because I've had people ask, and I honestly don't know. So was it my car or his car? I think mine, we put it out as a Retro Fox in about early 2018. I'm just curious on that. No vert. I don't like the McLaren convertible.
No, I hate
No,
them.
guys.
They're horrible.
Y'all already, yeah. So I was going to talk about that gearhead, about the Bullet that sold, or the Mustang that sold.
Now the coupes are gonna go up in price. The old coupes, the original coupes are gonna go up in price.
Yeah. So that car sold for $3.4 million. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. The thing is, in my personal opinion, I gotta stretch out. Andrew, we got to do something back here.
Yeah, and then we gotta push the couch forward.
So, in my opinion, anytime a Mustang, the price goes up, they sell at Barrett Jackson or something like that for an insane amount of money, it's going to drive the price of all of our cars up. A little. Not a lot, but a little. But all this stuff helps. Guys, there's been so much talk about Fox bodies lately. I mean, who was it? Somebody was telling me on here that Do It With Dan. Do It With Dan got a Fox body, and somebody he deals with has got a Fox body. So, guys, this is big. I don't know if it's going to burn out anytime soon, but right now Foxes are hot.
But from what I've seen, the prices of them are kind of coming down, or they did kind of come down. They're kind of stagnant now.
Well, I think they're going to level out.
Yeah, they kind of level out. They're not as cheap as they used to be, but they're not. People aren't asking $4 or $5 grand for rollers like they were for that about 6 month time period, 8 month time
Yeah.
period.
Yeah, right after
Ridiculous.
Barrett Jackson, it was crazy. But I mean, you know, it's to be expected, right? So the prices shot way up. The thing is, let me put this right here so I can use both hands.
I don't understand why the coupes are worth more than the GTs.
Yeah,
Doesn't make sense to me.
I don't understand that either, because the first gen coupes are not worth what the fastbacks are, which essentially a GT is basically just a fastback. That is crazy to me, and the GTs were more expensive in the beginning, but you know, whatever, it is what it is. But get back to the price of these cars. So you know, when Barrett Jackson hit, I mean, the prices skyrocketed, or what everybody wanted anyway. The prices were here. So what happened was it fell back down, but it never really come back to the point that it was. So basically, it just kind of stopped here. So we're a little bit above where we were before Barrett Jackson, and now with anything like this that happens in the Mustang world, you know, you're going to see it climb a little bit, and it's going to fall back. But the point is, it's going to keep doing this, right? So I mean, these cars are going to go up in value. They shouldn't go down in value anytime soon.
Prices are nuts in Canada.
Oh, I bet.
Everything's expensive in Canada.
Yeah. So retired MSG. I don't know what you're talking about with the Mega Squirt. We've talked about that a few times already. We'll be going Micro Squirt if we do that. But Mega Squirt's fine. Just don't think that you need it on a regular street car, that you don't have a lot of stuff you need to control. Tint versus no tint on a 10 on a clean red 88.
Tint.
Guys, I gotta have tint. I'm with Andrew. Black it out. You can let the windows down if you want people to see inside. For a couple different reasons. Window tint helps preserve interior, and the cars just look good. But red interior, I get what you're saying. I mean, you want to see the red interior on a red car, no doubt. But
As black as you can get away with.
black as you can get away with. So Ryan likes your car. Yeah, Andrew's car is clean. We wanted to keep that car very simple and nice and just tasteful. Guys, if you haven't noticed, my rule of thumb is, my motto is, when we build a car, when we do something, I want somebody to like it from 18 to 80. Blind, crippled, or crazy. I want anybody to see these cars and be able to appreciate them. I don't want anything that's too off the wall where, you know, you're just looking at it crazy as hell. So, classy, I guess.
Boat Rack, you told me to bring my car.
Yeah.
Where am I supposed to be bringing it?
Frankenstein said, "Are you running a bottle heater, Andrew? I'm torn on spending the money for one."
Yeah, Andrew's got a bottle.
Yeah, I got a
heater,
bottle
right?
heater. It came from Lowe's and it's called a propane torch.
Yeah.
But
So-
I honestly, I plan on getting a bottle heater. I've already got a 130 amp alternator.
Appreciate
on
it,
the
Jimmy.
car. I have plans to get a bottle heater. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, we got to get the car out. We're going to have to probably do some floor pan work on Andrew's car now. We let it sit, but...
Well, I was working on a white car, and then I got the house, and now I've been working on the house. I ain't had time.
All right, so Alan asked a good question. Why 18-inch Salines and not the 17s? Because they look better.
Yeah, because they're bigger.
Guys, I like big wheels. I'm not talking about donks or anything like that. But I like big wheels. I mean, on a Fox body, not always, but most of the time, I like an 18 on a Fox body, sitting just right. I mean, just right, guys. I want the tires out to the edge.
He is gonna put 26s on the vert, though.
Yeah. Let's tell them that. But I want everything sitting just right. I hate using this term, but I'm a stance guy. I like things to sit level and right, and geometry being good. Like I like it a certain way, and the 18s look really good in the Salines anyway.
22s on the box body.
Hey, that's what's up. No, we're not putting 22s.
I think that's a yellow wolf reference.
Yeah. I was afraid you were gonna say that, Andrew. So Endo says, you know, he's still digging the 17-inch turbines. Look, man, I tried to push that. I really thought that the turbine deal would kind of work in the 17s. You know, the thing I photoshopped up, but it just really didn't take off. Me and Andrew both talked about we'd buy a set tomorrow if they actually made it. So Joey asked, silver or chrome 16-inch ponies on a Red Fox?
I'm gonna go with silver.
Silver.
I do not like chrome ponies.
I'm not a big fan of chrome ponies. They look okay. They do. When it's super, super clean and there's not a speck of anything on the paint or the wheels, and they're kind of spaced. Like I'm saying, guys, I like things bother me, and a nice chrome wheel like that's got to be spaced out just right. But yeah, I mean, it can look very.
What I don't understand is why they didn't make factory chrome ponies, so that means somebody has to go buy those. So why would you not buy them in 17?
So a Menace to Society Fox body. You know what, Emmanuel? Yes, I'm digging it. I like it. Would I do that to my car? No, but for just nostalgic purposes, absolutely. I love that car. Chrome is getting out of date now. You know, Gearhead, man, I can't say that. Chrome's been going out of style since the late 90s, since the early 90s. I noticed it when I say early 90s. Since the early 2000s, Chrome started disappearing. Black wheels came in, and you know, now I think Chrome's starting to kind of make a comeback in a sense.
Yeah.
In a way.
Just all this talk of ponies is making me think of where Pony is right now.
Where Pony is.
Yeah, Pony.
Oh, Pony 1992?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's Pony 92 at? So, start. All right. So we need to try to get these technical questions if we can. So Fox Bodies Forever asked, built 302 versus stock with a 100 shot. I mean, if
depends
you're
on the build.
yeah, if you're asking a built 302 versus a stock with, so like I mean, if you're asking which one will be faster, I'm gonna be honest with you. The stock with a 100 shot probably gonna gap a built 302 because by built all you can do is compression, cam, and heads, right?
This still stop cubic inches.
Yeah, stock cubic inches. It's gonna be hard to get 100 horsepower out of that stuff. I mean, you can do it if you got big enough heads and stuff, but if you're asking will it hold it, yeah, absolutely it'll hold it. Fox Bodies Forever, you probably already know the answer to that. But good topic nonetheless. Black chrome. G-Funk, I know you like your black chrome. I'm not a black chrome guy myself. Bronze is a new style. Yeah, I did some bronze stuff on the yellow car when I first got it on Yellow Wolf.
The wheels were bronze, right?
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, I like bronze. But guys, there's just nothing you can do now to be different, to stand out. I have color keyed wheels to my car. Remember when I did that with the red, with the 03 cover?
They had a set of bullets.
Yeah, I had a set of bullets that I
got
colored.
painted like 15 times.
Yeah, I painted those things. Guys, we're gonna have to do a video on that car one day and show you all the stuff that we did to that car. God, that thing was a test mule, man. I'm telling you.
Someone said Andrew passed me on the way to work. You need more sound, LO.
Oh, I know who that is.
Who's that?
That must be Garrett.
LW Pendleton.
No.
Oh,
because
because Blake Pendleton, I think.
let's see, 93 cover wheels on a two-tone.
I do need more sound, actually.
Not for me. As far as like on a two-tone car, I'm not a big fan. Now, I have seen some that look really good. Typically, I'm not a fan of 93 cover wheels on a two-tone car. Chrome all the way and make yourself different. Nowadays, yeah, might as well. Got that race coming up.
Widest tire you put on 18 by 10.
Me personally, you're not gonna like it. A 285. I just like that. I like a rounded tire look. Guys, I guess I'm borderline almost into like the camber gang stuff, and
Ugh.
well, no, this is what I'm saying. Some of the traits, like those guys really, I hate the cambered out cars, right? I don't like that. But what I'm trying to say is they really perfected fitment. Fitment, yeah. They really perfected that. Like take away the camber and the way these guys like really took, you know, wheels up in these cars and all has really caught on. And if you pay attention, all these newer cars now come that way. Everything is like right out to the fender well, and the tire has a slight roll to it just so it can get behind the fender well. I love that. I love that type style. It looks like you put some time and effort into it, and it's just killer. So for me, I do like a somewhat stretched tire on a wide rim like that. I have 285s on my 10.5 inch wheel, and I absolutely love the way they fit.
You're headed to the last
Rice
one.
gang. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm into the slammed out cambered cars, but just some of the fitment that they can do. Ryan asked, do I have mass air? Yes, the green car has mass air. All of our Foxes have mass air except for Andrew's carbureted car.
Gearhead said last question, then I gotta roll.
All right, Gearhead.
He said, I haven't had the time to film lately. thinking of letting Tiffany work on the car at Fox Resto
Thinking about letting her work on the car?
and take over my channel while I work. Thoughts?
I think you should do that. Absolutely. So, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So, what's been going on, Gearhead? Why haven't you been able to? Can you disclose that? What's my take on vinyl wrapped cars? I don't get the point of it, honestly. I'm a painter, so I don't really like vinyl wrapped cars because it's perpetrating. It's a facade. I don't hate on them, but at the same time, I would never get it done because when you lift that hood and you see underneath, you might as well paint the damn thing. Hell, I can paint a car for less than what I can go get one wrapped for. So it's not that big into it. For some vehicles, I get it. I understand it, but I would never wrap a box body.
If you're having to pay somebody to do both, then I can understand it just as a get by, but not as a permanent thing.
So Todd says that, or Tora says that I like how you do the inside of your cars. You don't do too much. Yeah, that's the whole concept with us. Like, we want to keep it simple, want to keep it clean. Like I said, guys, we take styling cues from a lot of different stuff. Typically on the inside of our cars, I mean, come on, they're basic, right? We keep them stock. But, you know, I did put some Corbeau seats in there, and we're going to do a couple of little things that are different with the cup holder console, stuff like that. But we want to keep it really clean. But yeah, we like to take from other groups and make it work. That fitment on Andrew's car in the rear is sick. I love it. I mean, we just need to get it a little bit lower. I'd like to see it a little lower. Problem with that is you can't really do that on a Fox body because you're gonna tear the tires off of it, and that's the problem.
It already does.
Yeah, that's the problem Andrew has right now. But yeah, anyway, obviously you can see that I'm somewhat passionate about that type of stuff, but we'll talk about that later.
Gearhead said, sorry, question was more for people in the chat, but kids have been keeping me busy on weekends.
Oh, I got you. She's just been busy. Hey, dad life, man. I get it. Any fuel upgrades? Joe, actually, it was a really good question because I completely forgot about doing fuel upgrades on the Calypso. No, we did. We did. We put the, it's got a focus pump. I can't remember the liter per hour on that pump, but it's got a focus pump in the back. So, I don't know. We'll probably do something different with it. It's a single pump. Coming from the Terminator, from that world, man, that's easy. That's cake right there. So, yeah, we'll probably do 24-pound injectors and try the pump we got. What seats will bolt into a Fox body? SN95, Nathan asked. Yes, SN95 will bolt right in. S197 cars will bolt right in. Well, I say right in. You gotta do a little bit of work, but guys, be honest with you, pretty much any seat. They try to sell you on all these special racks and all these sliders and crap. And seats are seats, right? I mean, you might have to do a little bit of drilling and modification, but most any seat will fit in your car. Air ride, yes or no? Yes, I'm good with that. I don't bother me. He's gonna say no, I already know that.
No.
But I'm with it, guys, because I like the ability to be able to get the stance the way you want it and the ride height the way you want it at any given moment, and then for comfort, raise it up.
My whole thing is, like, I hate when you go into a parking lot and there's like a newer Mustang that's sitting on the ground because they dropped it in before they went in the store. And
That, yes.
I think it's super gay.
That's what I'm saying, guys. You got to take a little bit from each world, only the good. And what Andrew's saying is that I agree with him on it. I hate seeing these cars just slam with the wheels tucked up in there and they're sitting on the ground. Like, that serves no purpose. But if you wanted to move your car up and down that much of a difference, yeah, I think that's a great option, right?
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that idea.
So, Andrew, I'm with no air ride. Yeah.
Thank you.
Air ride's cool. Like I said, you got to do it right, guys. That's why, if there's one thing that I want to preach is don't hate on certain groups, because we can all learn something from them. We can take an aspect from what they do and apply it to what we do and do it classy. So always remember that. You know, you're going to hear me talk about, you know, stanced out rides and stuff, and I kind of like some of that type of stuff. It's only cues. It's only certain styling cues. How much is air ride? Freaking expensive. I don't know exactly how much. But yeah, like Whistling says, it's great for speed bumps. Absolutely.
Good night, Gearhead.
Yeah, see you, Gearhead. Appreciate it.
See you, dude.
You'll notice Andrew's probably more old school than I am. kind of funny.
I don't like it.
Yeah. All right. So G-Funk, you're out too.
How'd you go?
Still got 124 in the house. So 129. Whatever, Aubrey. Anyway, I tell you what. I gotta get up for a second.
Card, Bo.
As promised.
Oh my god.
As promised, guys. All right, we're going to open this up, and you're going to see exactly what I was talking about. So down below, once again, what do you guys think you're going to see behind this door right here? What do you think Andrew's got?
Food. It's
Yeah,
food.
only 40 likes, guys. Come on. Get those likes up. Cereal. We got cereal. Gushers and Pop-Tarts.
Cheez-Its,
Oreos.
rice,
Cereals and munchies.
Cheez-Its.
Booze. I can promise you, Andrew doesn't drink. All right, you guys ready? We're going to go ahead and do this. It's exactly what you guys would think. Tampon. All right. You ready? Here we go. Look. Look. So this is Andrew's $250 shopping spree right here. Look at this. Look at all the SpaghettiOs. How old are you, Andrew?
21.
21, 20,
I
All
ain't got
right.
no Little Debbie's in there. I would have, but I forgot when I went to the store. My
All
phone
right.
was full.
You can see Andrew's TV over here is awesome.
Yeah.
So I guess we can talk about this real quick. Like, this is kind of it's not a funny story, but it's so Andrew finally got himself a new TV, right? So he got this awesome TV right here, and got it out of the box, and the whole corner of it's busted down there. So yeah, he's in his new house and
Been
still
waiting for a week.
still without a
Be here
TV.
for
So
another week.
oh yeah. No, I'm not gonna go in the refrigerator. I don't know what that may look like. Crap. I knew the cabinet was clean, and I might have fixed a few things up in his cabinet and make it look, worse.
He hid the green beans and corn.
All right, guys, I got to take a little bit of a break here. Don't ask what I'm doing.
Mike J said, "Oh, single man."
That's right. Nobody tells me what I can and can't eat.
Whatever.
And I got a freezer full of ice cream too.
That's right. We should have looked at that.
But they're ice cream sandwiches, so.
Mom said a comment.
What did she say?
She said, "And 2 gallons of each 2% milk and sweet tea in the fridge."
Oh yeah, Andrew's absolutely got some sweet tea and milk in there.
I had 2 gallons of milk, but I already drank one, so now I only
Yeah.
got 1 gallon.
All right, so what else we got? Let me pull this couch out a little bit.
He said SpaghettiOs are decent. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
They're
Makes
good.
it wash
they are. I'm not
It's an
gonna lie.
American delicacy. I have a really good friend who's a chef.
Chef Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee, me and him are down like 4 flats.
Yeah.
We get along great.
Andrew, I don't know about this new couch.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get comfortable.
It ain't working real good, is it?
No, I feel like, guys, I'm telling you, this is the type of stuff you're gonna have to deal with us on live streams. We're just real dudes, and I'm trying to get comfortable on Andrew's new couch. I think we'll go sit in my chair over there. That's my lazy boy
That is my chair.
that Andrew has confiscated.
That is my chair.
All right, what we got?
Brian.
Vape. Pass on that. So you used to ask Blake.
Yeah, that's what
Blake, is that you with the PFO meat stuff? Guys, I don't know. Yeah, we might do it like a PFO meet for the local guys or something. We'll see. Applesauce. Andrew likes applesauce.
I do, it's good. I don't like stuff you squish out of the bag though. That don't taste good.
Yeah. So Jeremy asked, what do I think about the 03 Cobra IRS swapped into a Fox?
I like it.
If that's what you want to do. And by that I mean,
You don't want to go fast in a straight line.
yeah, you don't want to go fast in a straight line. Yeah, they're not the strongest in the world, but yeah, they're cool.
Hey, Andrew.
What?
No, it didn't come with insulin. But it tastes good.
Killing you, Andrew.
But it tastes good.
Reed Stone Records, Andrew.
Who's that? Some sauce, you lazy. Hey, I made taco soup today. I got it in the
Yeah,
fridge.
Oh,
hey.
Andrew made taco soup?
Yeah, for me.
He got ham and no burger. I'm gonna guard it, but yeah. So yeah. So you know me, so you know that, right? I hope anybody that knows me, we don't talk about what I do. Let's see. Cover IRS is good and straight. It can be. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. You can set these things up where they will perform, but it's expensive. Oh, I got this out and never plugged the phone up, so it's probably gonna die. There we go. There we go.
Do you like the coyote swap that Caleb is doing?
Do I like the coyote swap that Caleb's doing?
Yes.
No, absolutely not. We don't do that kind of stuff around here, guys. We're old school. We're push rod, and it's push rod or go home. We don't do that coyote stuff around here, and I wish you would stop doing it.
Pretty dangerous and chili dogs.
Absolutely, we love what Caleb does over there in Dover. They do some awesome work, and I mean, guys, I was watching on live stream yesterday, and man, they are knocking these cars out. I think he said that they're on number 13 or 15 right now. That's impressive.
Yeah.
I love what they do,
It's a lot of work.
and I'm with Andrew. I would love to have a coyote in one of my foxes, but it's a lot of money, and I do enjoy the push rod. So for me, I have the Cobra, which is, you know, what I'm thinking of here, was a 4-valve engine. And for power-wise, like that's the most I would probably ever really need. So I don't really see a purpose in doing that with my Fox. But if it was free, absolutely I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Cobra Iris is way heavier, more weight equals slower. But I mean, I don't really think you want to go too fast on them because you'll bust them. So
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
I mean, they're cool. It's a cool option. I'll say this: if you're gonna do a Terminator engine swap, and you got the IRS in the back, yes, like 100%, I say do the IRS in the back if you're gonna do a Termy swap.
Unless you're willing to spend the money on like level 5 half shafts and stuff.
Yeah. Never say what I just said ever again. Don't think that that's cool. Don't say Termy swap.
That wasn't going to correct you on live stream, but it
It-
sounds
it-
horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. Back in the day, it used to be kind of the thing to say, but we don't really say that anymore. So, but
Wait a few months to find a 7.3 Godzilla for a swap. That
So-
would be cool.
yeah, have you guys seen the review on the Godzilla on the 7.3 on what it put down in the F-250? It was not, well, I say not the best. It makes about what they advertise it at, but I just don't know if it's going to be the powerhouse right now that everybody really wants it to be. I feel like at some point once the aftermarket world hits, it probably will be.
My thing is, it's got cubic inches, so I mean, if you can get some airflow in there, you make a lot of power on nitrous.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would cut springs before I heat one. Yeah, no, I guess that's a joke because I heated my springs one time and one of them broke and like rolled past me. But yeah, so also I want to address the fact that a lot of you guys were saying that that's why you wouldn't cut your springs because of the way my car bounced in the video whenever I hit second. Andrew can attest to this. Going across the 4-lane over here, that's why the car did that, because I was actually going across the median whenever I hit it. So that's why the car jumped. It doesn't do that normally, just in case you were wondering. I don't have any issues like that with cut springs.
That's a good question. When am I getting a Fox?
So when is Aubrey going to get a Fox? When she gets a job, a J-O-B, and I do not mean rolling papers. Andrew is drinking, yes, Jack and Coke. He's pretty toasty right now.
I don't think so. I got work in the morning.
What rockers do I run on aftermarket GT40 heads? So I assume those are stud? I assume the aftermarket GT40 heads are studded head?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right, if you're talking about the
Like the X.
aluminum heads, then yeah.
So if they're a studded head for studded rockers, me personally, the Scorpions are good. I'm running the Trick Flow right now. The Crane stuff, the Comp stuff, I mean, whatever. They're about all the same, really. I say that, but.
What is all this about Trump? Build a wall.
Hey, we don't address political stuff. Can you cut 2010 GT springs? I don't think the front are coilover, right?
I have no idea. I don't know nothing about 3-valve.
So the 2010s, are they coilover in the front? If so, I wouldn't cut them, to be honest with you. On these newer cars, let me state this. On these newer cars, just I recommend buy yourself some springs. On Fox bodies and SM cars, you're fine to cut them. Outside of that, I would just buy a set of springs. Sly, we'll see you.
See you, dog.
Bye, Salty.
Salty's out. Alright guys, it looks like everybody's starting to kind of dip out. We're at 80 minutes right now, so we'll go a little bit longer. So yeah, 7/16 stud. Yeah, just go with like your Scorpion or your the Trick Flow are a little cheaper, and they seem to be really good. They're kind of small too. So if clearance is an issue, try to stay with the smaller. Like if you're going to be running the stock valve covers, stay with the smaller rockers, which would be like the Trick Flow, and I think Scorpions are kind of small.
So he's got 172s on his GT4s.
Yeah, 1.7s are great. I run 1.6s. If you get a custom ground cam or something like that, a lot of times you want to go with a 1.6 just because it doesn't change obviously the lift. You're going to add 30 thousandths. If you don't know, it's going to add 30 thousandths from a 1.6 to a 1.7 rocker, and you can basically alter the cam at that point. So you could get into a piston and valve clearance problem. If you're going to be running like a really small cam, like say like an E cam or something, sure, absolutely, 30 yourself a set of 1.7s on it, get some extra lift out of it, but ultimately it's not needed.
You can find a set of Crane 1.7s so cheap, you just might as well do it.
Yep. Cobras, LXs, and GTs. We'll see you, bud. Thanks for stopping by.
The Ford Barrett engine, what is that?
Tori, you're gonna have to drill it out. I don't know what that is. Terminator, high mileage Terminator. Always check compression. Yeah, compression on those cars is always an issue because people beat on them, and you got the head cooling issue and stuff like that. It's got a stock cam. Yeah, stock cam car, absolutely. Go 1.7s. I think anybody that's been around the Fox body world for any length of time will tell you there's some power, or at least in our heads anyway. There is a power difference in the way these cars run and perform and rev with a 1.7 roller rocker. So yeah, absolutely. That stock cam's a good cam, by the way.
Said that Barrett engine is in that inline six. I've read some on it. I just don't remember that was the name of it.
What is? Okay, so I don't.
4-liter inline six from Australia. It's basically what Ford made to
Is that?
compete with the 2J.
Oh, okay.
But I don't really get into the 6-cylinder, 4-cylinder stuff.
I don't know a lot about that stuff, guys, to be honest with you. What's the brightest factory white on a Fox? I want to say it's, crap, I can't remember what it is. I was going to say Oxford, but I didn't put Oxford on. I don't think. We went with Arctic white, which is why Andrew's car is called the Arctic Fox. Arctic white is extremely bright. It's really bright. Matter of fact, it's got a funky color in certain lights to it because it's so bright. But it's a really bright white.
It's hard to wash during the when it's sunny outside.
Yeah. So it was Oxford then. Oxford came on the Fox body. Is that?
I didn't think so.
That sound right. Preferred thread insert. You talking about like a hidden coil or something? What? John Deere, what are you talking about? What's the coolest custom plate on a Fox you've seen? What was it? One fast GT. What was it that Edgar had on his?
I don't remember.
Like one fast GT or something like that was pretty cool. 460 swap on a Fox, yeah, absolutely. I would do that. We have a 460, but will I ever probably do it? No, probably not. What size wheels and tires are on the Retro Fox Allen? They are 17 by 9 up front and 17 by 10 in the back. 255 40s up front and 275 40s in the back. I think. I can't.
Ryan Wick said, do you think you can dust on Papa T73 and do a video on it?
We were actually talking about that. So the question was about my dad's 73 Mach 1. That car used to be a show car, guys, and it's just it's been kind of neglected over the years as things do, as that happens. But yeah, we're gonna get that car out at some point and get it cleaned up. He wants to get started on it. There's been a lot of talk of the Gray Ghost and me wanting to redo that. we've yet to talk about that and work that out, but that's probably something that can happen at some point on the 65 fastback. We'll just have to see.
Aftermarket control arms, cheap LMR or expensive Stita.
Cheap.
Cheap.
I mean,
If you're
just
not
go
going to
cheap.
get an adjustable one,
Yeah.
then go cheap. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Or boxing in your stock. That's old school stuff, but like if you're really pinched for money, you can box in your stock uppers and lowers, and like you're good there, guys. Okay, I mean there's not a lot of science to the upper and lower control arms unless they're adjustable. There's not a lot of science
If you're
there.
going to adjust the pinion angle and stuff,
Yep.
then I would say get like spherical bearings and stuff.
Andrew went spherical on his, and he's got some really nice stuff on his, but it's not necessary. You guys know, like this is the thing. So I'm only talking to the guys that are asking the questions that probably don't need that type stuff anyway. If you need that type stuff, you're gonna know you need it. So.
Boatwright Racing said he is very ready for work tomorrow.
Yeah, luckily I'm off. What's your long-term plans with the Gray Ghost? 91 Frankenstein asked. Just to get it back going, right? So back in the day, that car was always primered down, had black steel wheels on it. You can see the road through the floorboard. It was kind of rough, but it was a good-looking car nonetheless. Kind of one of those things. Had no carpet in it at all, but like the interior was all metal, but it was clean. You know what I mean? I kept the exterior of it clean. I would re-prime it every once in a while. The car just looked good. It just had this look about it. The goal would be to get it back somewhere like that again. You know, we would do like an actual paint job on the car, but it would be gray, and probably put either the Magnum 500 wheels on it or just a black steel wheel like it used to be. Nothing crazy, guys. Just I don't want to make a show car out of it. I want it to look like it did back when I drove it in high school in like '95.
Was
My white came from a
Yeah.
Fiat. It's a Fiat color.
Jimmy Warden, yeah, Jimmy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. One hot GT. Yeah, you know.
what's the chance you're going to get all the Foxes together for a video?
Those chances are really good. Andrew, like I said, is going to get his car over here to his house. That's where we're at tonight, guys. If you don't know, if you're late, we're at Andrew's his new house. As you can hear the echo. But Andrew's going to get his car over here pretty soon, and we'll get them all together and do a video. We're only missing right now one car, the red car, right? So so we need to get the Retro Fox together. Oh, did anybody ever answer that question on the Retro Fox? I was curious about that. Somebody asked me about it, and I don't honestly know. So the guy with the Capri that calls it the Retro Fox, like which one came first, mine or his? I'm just curious on that. I kind of need to know these things. What did you mod on the? I don't understand that. What did you mod on the 90 Black LX?
Was that car ever on the channel?
Yeah. No, in that car. Well, yeah, I had put the car on the channel, but whenever he came over with it, that car was bone stock, by the way. Super clean car, but it was not clean when we bought it. We actually traded it, and there's a whole story with that we could get into that turned out to be horrible. That was a horrible, horrible weekend. But we did make it back with a Fox body, and turned out to be a really, really clean car. Been grilling out since 2 and feeling but right. You're killing me right now, man. We don't have anything to drink on. Ever done a 32 valve swap Fox? No, I've not. Guys, I've never done any swaps like that I can think of, to be honest with you.
We were that close.
Yeah, we were really close, but I've never done it actually.
Mom said ask everyone if they would be interested in seeing the Grey Ghost rebuilt.
Yay!
They
she
really-
answers a good question every time.
Mom!
Of course, wifey, everybody wants to see the Gray Ghost done, and I get it, but it's not. As I've talked about this before. So the 65 Fastback it's not mine. You know what I mean? It's not in my name. It's my dad's car. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see.
You wanna know something I realized? That we were missing Pony, Demon, and dang, what's his name?
Sunday night.
Yeah. So 91 Frankenstein. Any updates on Old Boy Supercharged Fox? So that's Zach. That's Andrew's best friend, one of his best friends. So
It's coming slowly.
yeah.
We're just kind of working on here and there. We ran into a bunch of stuff with the clutch and pressure plate issues, and it just turned into a mess. But it's about ready to go back together now.
Yeah. I watched your speed shifting. You getting rusty. Boat ride, I'm not getting rusty. I just chose not to snatch the damn handle off of it. So, no, I still got it. And at some point, we'll get back out there and beat the brakes off of
He
something.
can still shift the same speed, so you can hear his bones creaking when he shifts now.
Possibly that. That's possibly what's going on. Southside lift bars, Lance says, yes, very good. Southside lift bars are great. GA says, are your SVE heads better than the GT40 cast iron heads?
Yes.
Yes, there's really no comparison, to be honest with you. GT40 heads are great heads. Andrews have been worked over, but yeah, it's apples and oranges there. But they're going to be about your, I guess you could say your base model aluminum entry level head. But those SVE heads can be taken to the next level with a good porting and polishing job. What's everybody laughing their ass off about? What?
When I said your bones were creaking?
He says, whatever. I can show you better than I can tell you. Proline says I missed out. When is Ford Takeover now? Ford Takeover is November the 27th.
Wait, I was like,
no, it's June the 6th. It's Ford Takeover Proline. It's like,
when did that
yeah,
change?
hold on. People's Fox, it's supercharged time. It's supercharger time. So yeah, Bo, I mean, at some point, we'll probably, this is the thing, like I'm open, right? So if somebody come up with a really good deal on a supercharger for the Calypso, I'd probably go ahead and buy it. But right now, we really got to get this thing, all the bugs worked out of it.
Where's Foxcast?
What up from Okie Land? What's an Okie? That's that Oklahoma? Is that an Okie?
I don't know. I thought it said Oakland. I didn't really read it.
Well, it says Oakland. Are the SVE heads lighter? Oh yeah. So the SVE heads are aluminum, so they're actually really light. I was impressed with how light they are. And a couple of guys on the channel, subscribers, have said that they have those heads and they've sent them to the machine shop, and the machinists all say that they're really good heads from what they can tell. So, guys, look, most all of our heads are made overseas. I had somebody comment on the fact that whenever I said LMR sells the heads and they also make the heads, guys, obviously LMR does not make those heads in-house. They get them made in China. So everything else is made in China nowadays. Just because it comes from China doesn't mean it's junk. So we won't get into all that, but it seemed to be all right. So yeah, yeah, that's slang term for Oklahoma. I thought so. Just making sure. What else we got here? Ford Takeover, yes, June the 6th. Magna Pack mufflers are, yeah, we don't really do Magna Packs.
Well, somebody asked any experience with Magna Packs on Fox.
Yeah, was that Joey?
Mm-hmm.
Magna Packs on a Fox, like if you're asking my opinion, is a big hell no. I mean, it's
I
like,
don't think I've ever heard of it.
I have, and I don't like it personally. It's just too raspy. It works on the 5.0s and all that stuff, and the 4.6s. I say it works. They're still extremely loud, but I don't like them on a push rod. I still like a chambered muffler or either a regular MagnaFlow.
Do you ever take your sway bar off?
Front sway bar, yeah. Back in the day, we used to take those off from the front and just undo them, and it lets the car transfer a little better.
Mine's not on. I took mine off.
Yeah. Nowadays, I just leave them on. If we start going to the track a lot, then sure, I might unbolt it. What is this Ben saying? It's passing on the vert because it smells like old. I think that's the hidden reason against it. All 25 plus year old verts smell like old, like old women or something. Yeah.
Any experience with Patriot heads?
I've not had any experience with them, but some of my friends have, and they say they're really good heads.
Modular heads, don't they?
Yeah, they make modular heads, and they made. I don't think you can get. Can you get the Patriot heads anymore? They were like an eBay thing to start with, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it? You could get them like pretty cheap on eBay.
Fake Snake 91 says he's out.
Fake Snake, see you. Thanks for stopping by. Guys, the numbers are starting to fall off, so we're going to probably go ahead and end this. If you guys don't know, if you missed it, we are not buying the Vert as of right this second. At some point, we probably will. I mean, it's still open for debate. We'll see. Me and Andrew will talk it over.
No.
Right now, the answer is no. But me and Andrew are going to talk about it a little bit more and see. But I just don't want you guys to be expecting it on the channel anytime soon or anything like that. If the car stays up there for any length of time and nobody buys it, then yeah, well, I'll probably eventually get it. But I don't anticipate that happening.
Yeah, I said Patriots are now pro.
Yeah. So Pro Comp heads are great. They're good heads. So yeah. Good night, fellas. P.S. Buy the Vert. All right. Good night, everybody. So it looks like everybody's dipping. Y'all got stuff going on. We're just hanging out tonight. I was letting you guys know that we are probably not going to get the Vert. And there was something else I want to talk to y'all about, but I forgot.
I think we talked about it before we went
Yeah.
live, and I don't remember.
Andrew, how did you decide on choosing Arctic White for the coupe?
Because he had a gallon of Arctic White, and free paint looks better than paint I have to pay for. So
Yeah, we were going to paint the Retro Fox
White and silver.
white and silver, and I didn't use it. We ended up going red, as you know. So Andrew got the Arctic White. 2.3s can't take a lot of boost. Yeah, I wouldn't know on that. All right, Brian. Yeah, go ahead, Jason. Whatever your question is. Oh, so Horseplay says I was going to talk about how awesome he was. Yeah, I don't think
it's
so.
not striking anything.
Increase the value of a Fox body through just maintaining them. To be honest with you, if it's stock, leave it stock. Keep it clean. Keep the miles off of it. Screw it. Put miles on it and enjoy it. Just keep it clean. Keep it nice, and that's about it, guys. To be honest with you, if you're going to do a paint job on one, do it right. If not, leave it patina. Let's see. Alright, 91 Frankenstein. My stomach's over here growling. We'll see. Proline put a cover bumper on the Retro Fox as well. You know, it would look good, but I think I'm just going to leave it for right now. If I do that, I'm going to put a cover wing on it. And, I don't want to get into all that. We'll appreciate it as, you know, as a GT. I'm good with that. I like the GTs. Thanks, Joe.
Verts do smell like old people.
Oh Lord! All right, guys.
Appreciate it, man.
Looks like everybody's dipping. So, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I can't think of anything else that we really need to talk about. There was some stuff in the beginning of the video that we were going to cover, and I forgot. So, either way, is there anything else? Did you see anything else we need to talk about?
I don't think that one person ever
Okay.
said his
I will tell you guys this. Stay tuned. We're gonna have a little bit of we're gonna have a video about when we first got the Retro Fox. I talked about it one time before, about what it looked like when we first got it, how we got it, and these are some lost pictures and videos and stuff that I had of it. So we're gonna cover that. But all right, guys. Until next time, as always, thanks for watching. Oh, you know, I got to do the hand thing, but then I got to walk back here and cut this thing off. Holla, and still. Let's try this again. And as always, thanks for watching. See how I did that?